Hello, my dear friends. Welcome. I am very happy that you are here today because we are going to talk about something very important, something that can change your life if you practice it every day. And at the same time, this is a wonderful opportunity to improve your English. Yes, reading, understanding, and thinking about these ideas in English will not only help you become a better person, but also make your English stronger. Learning English is a journey, just like learning how to make progress every day, and the two can go together. Have you ever stopped for a moment and asked yourself, how can I make progress every single day, no matter what is happening around me? It is a very important question because life does not wait for anyone. Life does not stop for you. Life does not ask if you feel ready. Life does not care if you feel tired, unmotivated, or confused. Life continues, moving forward every second, whether you are moving with it or not. And this is exactly why it is so important to learn how to take small steps every day, even when things are difficult, even when you do not feel strong, and even when it feels like nothing is changing. The secret to real success and real happiness is to make sure you are moving forward every day. It does not matter if your progress is small. It does not have to be something big or impressive. You do not have to do something amazing that everyone notices. What is important is that you do something, even a very small action, every day. Small steps every day become bigger over time. Little by little, day after day, they grow into something much bigger than you can imagine. And just like learning English, small daily actions are the key. Reading a little, listening a little, practicing a little every day will give you amazing results if you are patient and consistent. Many people make a mistake. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait until they feel motivated. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until life becomes easy. But here is the truth. Motivation is not always reliable. The perfect moment rarely comes, and feeling ready all the time is almost a myth. Even the best people in the world rarely feel 100% ready. They just act, they just move forward, and they do what they can each day. The most successful people are not the ones who had the easiest life or the best circumstances. They are the people who made progress even when things were hard. They kept moving forward when they were tired, when they failed, when it felt impossible. They made small actions every single day, and over time, these small actions led to big results. Success is not one big moment. It is the result of small, consistent daily actions. And learning English works the same way. You will not become fluent in one day. You will become fluent by practicing a little every day, speaking a little, listening a little, reading a little, writing a little. So, how do you do it? How do you keep moving forward when life is difficult, when you are tired, or when results are slow? The answer is very simple, but very powerful. Take small, practical actions every day. Focus on one thing at a time. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for the perfect day. Decide every day that you will do something to improve yourself, to learn something new, to take one small step toward your goals. And remember, every small step counts. Every small action adds up over time. Every day you practice English, even just a few minutes, is progress. Every day you improve your skills, your thinking, or your habits brings you closer to the life you want. Always remember this. Progress is a choice. You choose to take action every day. You choose to learn, to grow, to become better. When you understand this, when you understand how to create momentum every single day, nothing can stop you. Every small step is important. Every day is important. Every little action in English, in life, in your work, or in your personal development counts. And over time, all these small actions build something incredible. They build success, they build knowledge, they build confidence, they build your life. So, my friends, use each day wisely. Learn something new in English today. Practice speaking, reading, listening, or writing in English for a little time today. Think about one small step you can take in your life or your personal growth. Do it today. Tomorrow, do it again. The next day, do it again. And before you know it, you will see how far you have come. You will feel proud, confident, and happy. Learning English and making progress in life are journeys that happen together. Every day you improve, you get closer to your dreams. And I promise you, you can do it. You are capable. You are stronger than you think. And your daily actions will bring results if you stay consistent and patient. Progress in life always begins with one small but very important change in the way you think and act. The first step is to stop making deals with yourself. Many people, every single morning, start their day by arguing with their own mind. They wake up and immediately begin to negotiate. Should I get out of bed now, or should I press the snooze button one more time? Should I go to the gym today, or should I skip it and rest? Should I work on my goals today, or can it wait until later? These are all questions we ask ourselves. But the problem is that every time we give ourselves a choice, we also give ourselves an excuse. Discipline is not about feeling like doing something. Discipline is about making a promise to yourself and keeping it. It is about deciding what you will do and then doing it, even when it is difficult. Successful people don't sit and debate with themselves. They don't ask, do I feel like doing this? Or, is it okay to wait a little? They just do what they have decided to do. They follow through. They take action. Here is the reason this is so important. Our minds naturally look for comfort. The mind always chooses the easiest path. It prefers staying in bed rather than getting up. It prefers doing nothing rather than putting effort into a goal. It prefers comfort over hard work. That is why you cannot rely only on motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but your habits and your discipline stay with you. The first decision you make in the morning is the most important decision of the whole day. It sets the tone for everything else. If you win the morning by getting up and starting your day as planned, you build momentum. You create energy that makes the rest of the day easier. But if you lose the morning by giving in to excuses, pressing the snooze button, or skipping your plans, then it becomes easier to make excuses all day long. The small decisions in the morning affect all the other decisions you make during the day. So, how do you take control of your day every day? The answer is simple, but not easy. Make your standards non-negotiable. This means your goals, your habits, and your commitments are not optional. They do not depend on your mood, your feelings, or whether you feel like doing them. You just do them. You wake up at the time you planned. You exercise your body even when you are tired. You work on your goals even when no one is watching. When you practice this every day, something amazing happens. You start building self-respect. You start feeling proud of yourself because you keep your promises. You stop relying on motivation, and instead, you create habits and routines that carry you forward no matter what. And remember, this principle works not only in life, but also in learning English. You may not always feel like studying or practicing speaking, but if you do a little every day, your skills will improve. Your vocabulary will grow, your confidence will increase, and step by step, day by day, you will become fluent and comfortable with English. Start with small actions every morning. Make them non-negotiable. Focus on consistency, not on feeling perfect. Every small action is a brick in the foundation of a stronger, more disciplined, and more successful life. And every day you do something in English, no matter how small, you are building your own success and your own future. Remember, the key is to start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for motivation. Take control of your morning and take control of your life. You see, confidence in life is not something that comes only from being talented, lucky, or having natural skills. Confidence comes from one very important thing: trust. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust yourself to do what you say you will do every single day, even when it is difficult, boring, or uncomfortable? Many people struggle with this because in the past, they promised things to themselves but did not keep those promises. Maybe they said, I will study today, or I will exercise, but they did not do it. After a while, they stop believing themselves. They lose trust in their own words. But here's the good news: trust can be rebuilt. Every time you keep a promise, even a very small one, you prove to yourself that you are reliable. You show yourself that your words and your commitments mean something. When you do this every day, slowly your confidence grows. You become someone who believes in themselves, someone who can count on themselves, and that is the foundation for everything else in life. Now, there is one thing that stops people from making progress faster than almost anything else. This is the all or nothing mindset. This is the belief that if you cannot do something perfectly, then you should not do it at all. This way of thinking is very dangerous because life is never perfect. Life is full of unexpected problems, changes, and difficulties. If your success depends only on doing everything perfectly, then you are already setting yourself up to fail before you even start. The truth is, progress does not need to be perfect. Progress is about doing something, no matter how small, every day. The key to daily progress is understanding that something is always better than nothing. You do not need to complete a full, perfect workout every day. Even if you only have 10 minutes to exercise, it is better than nothing at all. You do not need to read an entire book if you only have 5 minutes. Reading a few pages is enough. You do not need to work for hours on your business if you only make one small phone call or send one email. These small actions create movement. Every tiny step moves you forward, and that is the secret to progress. Think about it carefully. If you improve by only 1% every day, it may seem like a very small change. But over time, these small improvements add up in an incredible way. In 1 year, with daily practice, you will be more than 37 times better than when you started. That is the amazing power of small, consistent improvements. Little things, when done every day, create results that are unstoppable. There is one more extremely important point. You need to control your focus. Focus is like a magnifying glass for your energy. What you focus on grows. If you focus on problems, on things you cannot change, or on mistakes from the past, all your energy goes to waste. Most people spend hours thinking about what is missing in their lives, what went wrong yesterday, or what might go wrong tomorrow. All that thinking goes nowhere. It does not help you grow, it does not improve your life, and it does not move you toward your goals. Instead, focus on what you can do today. Focus on actions, even small ones, that bring you closer to your dreams. Focus on learning, on solving problems, and on improving yourself a little every day. And this principle works perfectly for learning English. If you practice your English every day, even for a few minutes, you will get better and better. You will learn new words, improve your speaking, and feel more confident. Over time, these small daily improvements will add up, and make you much stronger in English. You will see that the small steps you take every day create big results in the future. Remember, success in life and success in learning English is not about doing everything perfectly or waiting for the right moment. It is about taking small steps consistently. Every day, you can improve just a little. Each small step builds your confidence, improves your skills, and moves you closer to your goals. The most important thing is to start today. Do something now, even if it is small. Keep doing it every day, and eventually you will be unstoppable. But the people who make progress every single day, no matter what happens, think differently. They focus on what they can do, on what is possible, not on what is impossible. They put their energy and attention on action, not on problems, excuses, or mistakes. They ask themselves, what can I do today to move forward? They are not waiting for luck to appear or for everything to be perfect. Instead, they take small steps, and each small step creates momentum. Momentum is a powerful force. Once you start moving, it becomes easier to keep moving. Once you break through the first obstacle, you often realize that it was not as big or as difficult as you thought. The problem is that most people never reach that breakthrough point because they allow hesitation to take over. Hesitation is dangerous. It is a hidden killer of progress. It does not just slow you down, it can stop you completely. Think about your own life for a moment. How many times have you hesitated and lost an opportunity? Maybe you wanted to speak up in a meeting, but you waited too long and the chance passed. Maybe you wanted to try something new, start a project, or make a decision, but you second-guessed yourself. Suddenly, the opportunity was gone and you felt frustrated. Hesitation blocks progress because it stops action before it can even begin. Progress requires decisiveness. It does not require perfect decisions. It does not require having all the answers. It requires one simple thing: taking the next step. You do not need to know everything or have a perfect plan to move forward. You just need to decide and act. And here's a very practical way to beat hesitation. Shorten the gap between thought and action. The longer you think about doing something, the more likely you are to find excuses not to do it. Your mind will create fears and doubts that make you stop. So when you decide to do something, do it quickly. Count down from 5 and then take action immediately. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't let fear or doubt take control. Here is the most important truth. Action builds confidence, not the other way around. Many people think they need to feel confident before they act. They wait for motivation, energy, or the right circumstances. But real confidence comes from doing. The more you take action, even small actions, the more confidence you build in yourself. Each step you take proves to yourself that you can do it, that you can handle challenges, and that you are capable of achieving your goals. This is especially true when learning English. You do not need to know every word, every rule, or speak perfectly to practice. You just need to start speaking, reading, or writing a little every day. Every small action in English, saying one sentence, writing a short paragraph, or listening to a video, builds your confidence. And that confidence will make the next action easier. Each small step adds up over time. And suddenly, after weeks and months of daily practice, you realize you can do much more than you ever thought. You can speak more fluently, understand more, and use English in real life with less fear and hesitation. So ask yourself, what can you do today to take one small step forward? What action will you take immediately without overthinking or waiting for the perfect moment? Remember, progress is built by action, by doing, not by waiting. Every time you take action, you grow, you improve, and you move closer to your goals. Keep taking small steps every day, and in a few months, you will look back and see incredible progress. And the same is true for learning English. The small daily steps you take will turn into amazing results. The better you get at something, the more skilled you become, and the better you get, the more confidence you feel inside yourself. Confidence is not something that appears suddenly. It grows step by step with every action you take. So, if you want to make real progress every single day, you need to train yourself to act even when you are afraid. You need to learn how to keep going, even when you feel uncomfortable, tired, or unsure. This is because everything you want in life, your goals, your dreams, your success, exists on the other side of discomfort. You cannot reach your dreams without pushing yourself through the hard moments. Think about a rocket launching into space. At the very beginning, it burns the most fuel. It must overcome the powerful force of the Earth's gravity. This first part is the hardest, the most challenging. But once the rocket passes the atmosphere, it moves much more easily and effortlessly. Life works in a similar way. The hardest part of any project, any challenge, or any habit is starting. Once you push past the first resistance, things become easier and you can continue moving forward. This is exactly why discipline is so important. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. Motivation is like a small spark. It can start something, but it is not enough to keep it going. Spark alone will fade quickly. Discipline, on the other hand, is like fuel. It is what keeps the fire alive. It is what keeps you moving, working, and improving, even on days when you feel tired, lazy, or unmotivated. Now, how do you build discipline? You build it by keeping your word to yourself. You build it by doing the hard things, even when you do not feel like doing them. Every time you push yourself through discomfort, every time you do something difficult, you get stronger. You train your mind to follow through, no matter what challenges appear. This strength grows gradually, day by day. Here's the secret. Discipline is built through repetition. The more you do something, the easier it becomes. For example, the first time you wake up early in the morning, it may feel impossible. The 10th time, it is easier. By the 100th time, it becomes automatic. You do not even need to think about it. It has become a habit. But what happens on days when you do not feel like doing something? What happens when your energy is low or you feel tired and unmotivated? These are exactly the moments that test your discipline. These moments are important because they teach you that real progress does not depend on feeling good or motivated. Real progress depends on your ability to act anyway, to take action, even when it is difficult. And here is another important truth for learning English. The same principle applies. Some days you will feel tired or lazy. You may not want to read, speak, or listen in English. But if you take just a little action, even 5 minutes of practice, you build your discipline. You train your brain to continue learning every day, no matter how you feel. Step by step, day by day, you will improve more than you think possible. The key is simple. Keep going, push past fear, and stay consistent. With time, the discomfort becomes normal. The actions become easier. Your confidence grows. You become stronger. You move closer to your goals. And if you apply this to learning English, each small effort adds up. Every sentence you speak, every word you learn, every paragraph you read is a small victory that builds your language skills and your self-confidence. In the end, consistent daily effort, even in small steps, is unstoppable. When life gives you distractions, challenges, or difficulties, that is the exact moment when you need to remove emotions from your decisions and actions. Most people let their feelings control what they do. For example, if they do not feel like exercising, they skip it. If they do not feel like working on their goals, they procrastinate and put it off until later. If they feel tired, unmotivated, or bored, they often stop trying. But this is not how successful people act. Successful people do not let their emotions decide what they do. They act based on commitment and responsibility, not on how they feel at the moment. This means that you must show up and take action whether you feel ready or not. You must do the work, even when it is not convenient. You must take the next step toward your goals, even if the conditions are not perfect. Feelings, after all, are temporary. They come and go. One moment you feel motivated, the next moment you feel tired. But results, real results, come from consistency. Consistency is built when you do the right things every single day, no matter how small they are. So ask yourself today, right now, what small thing can you do that moves you forward? What little action will help you get closer to your goals? Remember, progress is not a one-time event. It is a habit. Progress is not about how fast you move. It is about the direction you are going. Many people believe that they need to make huge changes all at once to be successful. They think they must completely change everything overnight. But that is not how real progress happens. Real progress is about taking small, steady steps every day. Here's the challenge. We live in a world that glorifies instant results. People want shortcuts. They want magic formulas. They want to see success immediately, without effort, without time, and without consistent work. Because of this, many people overlook the power of daily improvement. They do not realize that small, consistent actions repeated every day lead to incredible results over time. But think about this. If you improve just 1% every single day, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, the results will be amazing. Those tiny improvements add up, and in the long run, they create huge changes in your life, your work, and even your English learning. Even when it feels slow, even when the progress seems invisible, each small step matters. Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, every time you speak or write in English is part of your growth. Over time, these small actions create a strong foundation. You become more confident, more skilled, and more capable. You start to see that progress is not about doing everything perfectly, but about doing something every day. That is how success is built. When you make progress every day, even in small steps, the results will grow over time. They do not just add up, they multiply. You will not only be a little better than before, you will become much, much better. Little by little, the improvement becomes big. And this is how mastery is built. This idea applies to everything in life, including learning English. Every new word, every sentence you practice, every conversation you have adds up. Over time, you will see that your English skills grow faster and faster. Now, let's talk about something that often stops people from moving forward. Many people do not make progress because they overcomplicate things. They think too much about every step. They plan too much, research too much, and analyze every little detail. They convince themselves that they need the perfect plan, the perfect timing, and perfect conditions before they can start. But here is the truth. Perfection is a trap. It keeps you stuck. You will never move forward if you wait for everything to be perfect. Success is not about knowing everything in advance. It is about taking action with what you know right now. You learn and get clarity while moving. The more steps you take, the more you understand where to go next. Imagine driving a car at night. Your headlights only show a few feet ahead, but that is enough to keep going. You do not need to see the whole road ahead. You just need to see the next step. Life works the same way. You take one step, then the next, and the path becomes clearer as you move. Now let's get practical. If you want to make progress every day, you must have a clear target. Most people do not fail because they lack discipline. They fail because they lack direction. They wake up each morning without a clear idea of what they are working toward. They drift through the day, and drifting leads to nowhere. That is why you need to set specific, measurable goals. Goals should not be vague ideas or simple wishes. They must be clear and well-defined. For example, instead of saying, "I want to get in shape," say, "I will exercise for 30 minutes every day." Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," say, "I will make 5 sales calls today." Clear goals give you direction, and direction creates momentum. When you know exactly what to do, it is easier to take action. Here is another very important tip. Track your progress. What gets measured gets improved. If you do not keep track of your actions, you will not know if you are getting better. And here is the secret. Focus on tracking your effort, not just the result. The effort is what matters most. For example, if you are learning English, it is not only about how many words you know today, but about how much time and practice you put in. Every small effort adds up, and over time, it will lead to big improvements. Remember, daily progress, small steps, and consistent effort will take you much further than waiting for perfection. Every day is an opportunity to learn, practice, and move forward. Keep your focus on what you can do today, and your future self will thank you. You cannot always control the results of your actions. Sometimes, even when you try your best, things may not go exactly as you want. But here is the important part. You can control your daily actions. For example, if you are building a business, you cannot control how many customers will say yes or buy your product. That is not in your hands. But you can control how many people you reach out to, how many phone calls you make, how many emails you send, or how many meetings you have. If you focus on taking consistent action every day, the results will follow naturally. Over time, small actions add up, and success begins to appear. Now, let's talk about your environment. Your surroundings have a huge effect on your progress. Most people do not fail because they lack willpower. They fail because they are in the wrong environment. If you are surrounded by distractions, negativity, and excuses, it is very hard to succeed. For example, if you constantly spend time with people who complain, you will also start complaining. If your home, office, or workspace is messy and full of clutter, your mind will feel cluttered too. That is why you must create an environment that supports your growth. If you want to be healthier, fill your kitchen with healthy food instead of snacks that slow you down. If you want to read more books, keep them visible where you can see them every day. If you want to focus on work or study, remove all distractions from your desk or workspace. Set up your life so that it naturally encourages progress. Small changes in your environment can make a huge difference in what you achieve. Finally, let's talk about resilience. No matter how disciplined you are or how carefully you plan, life will challenge you. There will be setbacks, failures, and days when nothing goes as you hoped. The important thing is not to let one bad day ruin the whole week. Do not let a small failure make you give up completely. For example, if you miss a workout, do not skip the next one. If you fall off track with your goals, get back on immediately. Progress is not about never failing, it is about never staying stuck. Every single day, you have a choice. Will you move forward or will you stay in the same place? People who succeed in life are those who keep moving, no matter what challenges they face. But progress is not only about action, it is also about alignment. You can work hard every day, but if your actions are in the wrong direction, you will not reach your goals. Imagine someone paddling a boat very hard, but going upstream against the current. They are exhausted, using all their strength, but they are not really moving forward. So here is the question for you. Are your daily actions aligned with your ultimate vision and goals? Are you taking small steps every day that lead to the life you want? If yes, keep going. If not, it is time to adjust your actions and your environment. Every step matters, and every day is an opportunity to improve. And remember, learning English is one of those actions that can change your life. Every new word, every sentence, and every conversation is moving you closer to your goals. Keep practicing, keep improving, and trust that you are making real progress. Many people are very busy every day, but they are not really productive. They fill their time with tasks, check things off a to-do list, and keep themselves constantly occupied. They feel like they are doing a lot, but in reality, they are not moving forward toward their goals. True progress is not just about doing more things. It is about doing the right things, the things that really matter and make a difference in your life. So how do you make sure that your daily actions are going in the right direction? You must develop the habit of reflection. Most people never stop to think. They just move from one task to the next, from one day to the next, without asking themselves, am I going in the right direction? Are my actions helping me reach my goals? Successful people, on the other hand, take time to evaluate their actions. They check their progress regularly to make sure they are on track. Think about a pilot flying a plane. A pilot does not simply set the course and forget about it. They constantly check the instruments, adjust for wind, turbulence, or unexpected changes. If a small problem happens, they correct it immediately to stay on course. You must do the same with your life. Take small pauses to think about what you are doing, adjust your actions, and make sure you are moving toward your goals. Now let's talk about something very important but often overlooked: energy management. You can have the best mindset, the best plans, and the best habits. But if your energy is low, everything feels much harder. Many people think that time management is the secret to success, but time alone is not enough. Time is useless if you do not have the energy to use it well. Ask yourself every day, what gives me energy and what drains my energy? Pay attention to your habits, such as what you eat, how much sleep you get, and how much you exercise. These things matter a lot. You cannot perform at your best if you are always tired, sluggish, or distracted. First, you need to take care of your physical energy. Small changes like drinking more water, moving your body, or getting enough rest can make a huge difference. They may seem basic, but they directly affect your ability to focus, work, and make progress every day. And here is something that many people forget: mental energy. You must protect your mind the same way you protect your time. Negative thoughts, doubts, and distractions are like thieves. They steal your focus and slow your progress. If you let them take over, even the best plans and habits will not help you. That is why learning to manage your mental energy is so important. Focus on what makes you feel strong, motivated, and clear-headed. Keep your mind healthy and positive. And remember, learning English every day is also a way to build energy for your future. Every new word, sentence, and conversation gives you more mental strength and opens doors to opportunities. Keep practicing, and step by step, you will grow and improve. One of the most important things you must understand is that what you allow into your mind and environment will affect your energy and progress. Your mental energy is very precious. If you let negative thoughts, unnecessary worries, or toxic conversations dominate your mind, they will drain your energy faster than anything else. Ask yourself every day, who are you listening to? What kind of conversations are you having? What kind of thoughts are you feeding your mind? Here's the truth. Your environment does more than affect how much you do. It changes the way you think and the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. If you spend time with people who complain and make excuses, you will slowly start making excuses too. If you constantly watch or listen to negativity, you will begin to see life in a negative way. That is why it is important to protect your energy and be careful about what you allow into your mind. Surround yourself with positivity, encouragement, and people who inspire you. Choose what you consume carefully. Now let's talk about patience, because it is one of the biggest keys to real progress. Many people quit too soon because they do not see results immediately. But success never happens instantly. Think about the bamboo tree. When you plant the seed, you water it, and you care for it, nothing seems to happen above the ground for many years. It looks like nothing is growing. But below the ground, the roots are spreading, and a strong foundation is being built. Then, suddenly, one day, it grows very fast and reaches great heights. This is exactly how progress works in life. You might not see the results right away, but if you keep working every day, even in small ways, your efforts are creating something bigger than you can see now. Every small step builds the foundation for a breakthrough. That is why patience is so important. Do not be discouraged if things are slower than you want. Keep moving forward because progress is about the small, consistent steps you take every day. Every single day you have a choice. Stay the same or move forward. The people who succeed in life choose progress every single day. Progress is not a final destination. It is a way of life. Many people think they will finally feel happy and fulfilled when they reach a goal, get a promotion, earn a lot of money, or receive recognition. But true fulfillment does not come from arriving somewhere. It comes from growing, improving, and moving forward every day. If you are not growing, you are staying the same. If you are not moving forward, you are slowly falling behind. This is why practicing daily progress is so important. And this is why learning English every day is so valuable. Every new word, every sentence you read or speak is a step forward. Little by little, you become stronger, more confident, and closer to your goals. Keep going and trust that each day brings you closer to success. Progress is extremely important because it keeps you alive in many ways, not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. When you are constantly moving forward, learning new things, and improving yourself step by step, you feel stronger, more confident, and more capable of handling life's challenges. Every small action you take each day adds up, and over time, these small actions create big changes. Learning English is a perfect example. Even studying just a little every day will slowly but surely improve your skills, and you will notice the results over time. Now let's talk about something that makes a big difference between people who always move forward and people who stay in the same place without progress. That something is called standards. Your standards are the rules and expectations you set for yourself. They show what you will accept, what you won't accept, and what you expect from your daily life. These standards are very powerful because they shape your actions and your reality. Many people do not make real progress because their standards are too low. They accept excuses, allow inconsistency, and settle for doing only the minimum. They often stop trying when things become difficult or uncomfortable. But people who grow every day, who improve slowly and consistently, raise their standards higher and higher. They don't allow themselves to do things only sometimes or with little effort. They aim for excellence not because someone else is watching them, but because they want to become a better version of themselves. They want to live with discipline, focus, and commitment. They want to develop habits that help them succeed in life and, if they are learning English, habits that help them speak, read, and understand better every single day. So ask yourself, what are your standards? Are you holding yourself to a level that pushes you forward every day? Or are you making excuses and settling for less than you are capable of? Remember this important truth. Your results in life will never be higher than your standards. If you want better results, you must raise your standards in every part of your life, including learning, work, health, and relationships. Now let's talk about something that is just as important as hard work: rest. This may seem strange at first. You may think, how can resting help me progress or improve? But here's the truth. You cannot maintain high performance without proper rest. Progress is not about working yourself to exhaustion or trying to do everything at once. True, long-term progress comes from consistent, sustainable effort over time. You need to know when to push yourself and when to take a break and recover. If you work too hard without rest, you will burn out. Your energy will go down. Your focus will weaken. Your creativity will disappear. And even your health may suffer. That is why rest is not laziness. It is a powerful strategy to help you go further, think clearer, and perform better. Think about athletes. They train hard every day, but they also have planned rest and recovery periods. They know their bodies grow stronger and recover during these breaks. Your mind works the same way. When you rest properly, your brain processes information better, your memory improves, and your energy levels return. This is why progress is not only about working hard every day, but also about working smart and wisely. This principle works very well for learning English too. If you try to study for many hours without breaks, your brain becomes tired and you will remember less. But if you study a little every day, take short breaks, and practice consistently, your English skills will grow steadily. You will notice your reading, writing, speaking, and understanding improve day by day. This is proof that small, consistent actions plus rest create amazing long-term results. Always remember, progress is about balance, discipline, and taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Your energy works the same way as your body and mind. If you push yourself too hard without breaks, you will feel exhausted. Your focus will drop, and your progress will slow down. That is why it is so important to build intentional rest into your life. Rest is not laziness. It is a way to recharge, recover, and prepare yourself for the next challenge. Take care of your mind, your body, and your energy, because real progress is not a sprint. It is a marathon. It is something that you build every single day, step by step, consistently, over a long period of time. Learning English, improving your career skills, or working on your health all follow the same principle. Small, steady efforts combined with proper rest create strong, lasting results. Now let's talk about something that will take your progress to a completely new level: giving back. One of the fastest ways to grow as a person is to help someone else grow. When you teach what you have learned, guide someone, or lift someone else up, you not only help them, but you grow yourself too. Progress is not just about improving your own life, it is about making an impact, contributing, and leaving a positive mark on the world. Think about a candle lighting another candle. The first candle doesn't lose any light. Instead, it creates more light. This is exactly what happens when you share your knowledge, experiences, and wisdom. Here is something very important. Teaching others makes you stronger. When you explain something to someone else, it forces you to understand it better yourself. It deepens your knowledge, strengthens your skills, and helps you master what you have learned. So as you focus on making progress every day, don't just think about what you are gaining for yourself. Think about what you can give to others. The more you give, the more you grow. And this is where real fulfillment and satisfaction come from. Finally, let's talk about the most important mindset for lifelong progress: gratitude. Many people focus too much on what they don't have. They compare themselves to others, feel like they are not enough, and forget to appreciate the good things in their life. But gratitude changes everything. It shifts your focus from what is missing to what you already have. It helps you notice how far you have come and what you have achieved, even if it feels small. Every day, take a moment to appreciate your progress, no matter how small it seems. Even tiny improvements count, and recognizing them gives you motivation to keep going. Here is the bottom line: progress is not about luck. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment. Progress is about making a decision every single day to move forward. You do not have to be perfect, and it does not have to be instant. What matters is consistency. If you commit to improving just a little bit every day, your life will transform in ways you never imagined. At the end of the day, remember this: progress is a decision. It is not something you do only sometimes or only when you feel motivated. It is something you choose every single day, with every action, with every choice, and with every small step you take toward your goals. And here's something very important to remember: progress doesn't only happen in big projects or huge life changes. It happens in the small, everyday actions, in tiny choices that you make consistently. And the same is true for learning English. You won't become fluent overnight. You won't suddenly speak like a native after one lesson. But if you practice a little bit every single day, if you read, listen, speak, and write even for a short time, you are making real progress. Every new word you learn, every sentence you understand, every time you speak English without fear, you are moving forward. Think about it like planting seeds. Every day you water your knowledge. Every day you review vocabulary or listen to English, your understanding grows stronger. At first, it might feel like nothing is changing. You might forget words, struggle to understand conversations, or feel shy to speak. But that is normal. That is part of the process. Every little step counts. And slowly, over weeks and months, your English skills will grow naturally. You will start to notice improvements, and your confidence will increase. Here's the truth: learning English is not just about words or grammar. It's about opening doors to new opportunities, meeting new people, exploring new cultures, and feeling confident in a global world. The more you practice, the more doors open for you. Every article you read, every video you watch, every conversation you have in English brings you closer to your goals. And remember this: motivation will come and go, but habits are permanent. If you make English practice a habit, something you do every day, you won't have to rely on motivation. Even on days when you feel tired or distracted, if you stick to your habit, you are still making progress. And that progress adds up faster than you think. One day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. So here's my advice. Treat your English learning like your life's progress. Set small goals, celebrate small wins, reflect on your growth, and give yourself the space to rest and recharge. Focus on the daily actions, not the distant finish line. Every word, every sentence, every conversation counts. And the more consistent you are, the faster you will see results. Remember, you can do this. Every day is a new opportunity to improve. Every day is a chance to be a little better than yesterday. Stay patient, stay consistent, and most importantly, enjoy the process. English is not just a language, it's a skill, a superpower that will give you freedom, confidence, and opportunities. And the best part? Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward fluency and a brighter future. Now, think about this. Every day you practice English, you are investing in yourself. It might seem small, a single word, a short conversation, a 5-minute video, but every little effort compounds over time. Just like in life, progress in English is not about huge leaps. It's about consistent daily steps. You might feel slow at first, but if you keep going, you will be amazed at how much you can achieve. Imagine where you could be in a year if you dedicate just 20 to 30 minutes every day to English. 1 year from now, you could read articles without translating in your head, understand movies without subtitles, speak with confidence, and express your thoughts clearly. That progress starts today with the small actions you choose now. And here's the thing, it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. They are signs that you are learning. Every mistake in pronunciation, every wrong word, every sentence you have to correct is a step forward. In fact, the more mistakes you make, the faster you learn. Don't fear them. Embrace them as part of your journey. Every time you try, you are building your English skills and strengthening your confidence. Another secret to growth is consistency and reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to ask yourself, what did I learn today? What did I do to improve? How can I do better tomorrow? This reflection keeps your learning intentional and focused. It prevents wasted time and ensures that every effort counts. You will see that the days you feel like doing nothing are still part of the journey. They are the building blocks of success. Also, don't forget the power of exposure. Surround yourself with English. Listen to English podcasts, watch shows, read books, talk to people online, even think in English as much as possible. The more your brain is immersed in the language, the faster it will adapt. Your mind starts to see patterns, recognize grammar naturally, and understand context without translation. This is how fluency is built, through constant, everyday exposure. And finally, remember this. You are capable. You have everything you need to improve your English. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers, and you don't need to feel ready. The only thing you need is action, consistency, and belief in yourself. Every day you choose to practice, every day you choose to keep learning, is a victory. Every day you move a little forward is progress. So take a deep breath, open a book, start a conversation, watch that video, write that sentence, say that word out loud. Celebrate each small victory. Because progress in English is not just about learning a language, it's about building confidence, opening doors, and creating opportunities for your future. Remember, Every expert in English was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker started exactly where you are right now. And the difference between them and everyone else is daily action, patience, and belief in the process. Keep going. Keep learning. Your English will improve, and your future will thank you for every effort you make today. Every single day is an opportunity to improve your English. Even if it's just a few minutes, every small effort adds up over time. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden. You water them a little every day, and at first it seems like nothing is happening. But with patience, care, and consistency, those seeds grow into strong, healthy plants. That's exactly how learning English works. Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, every conversation you have, these are seeds of knowledge that will grow into fluency over time. Remember, progress is not instant, and that's okay. It's natural to feel frustrated sometimes when you can't express yourself perfectly or when you don't understand everything you hear. But the key is to keep moving forward, even when it's uncomfortable. Just like in life, the things that matter most, real skills, confidence, and success, come from consistency, persistence, and patience. You may not notice it every day, but slowly, steadily, you are becoming better, stronger, and more confident in English. Also, focus on action, not perfection. Many people delay speaking or writing in English because they want to be perfect. They think, I need to know all the words, or I must not make mistakes. But here's the truth. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Every mistake teaches you something new, helps you remember a word, a rule, or a pronunciation. Every time you speak, write, or listen, you are training your brain to understand and use English naturally. The more you act, the faster your fluency grows. Another important point is reflection and adjustment. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I learn today? What new words or phrases did I use? Where did I struggle? And how can I improve tomorrow? This simple practice will make your learning more intentional and more effective. It ensures that every moment you spend on English moves you closer to your goals. Reflection turns small daily efforts into powerful, long-term progress. Don't forget the power of immersion. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Listen to English music, watch movies and series, read articles, and speak to others in English whenever you can. The more you expose yourself to the language, the faster your brain adapts. Your mind starts recognizing patterns naturally, understanding grammar without thinking, and using new words automatically. Immersion is like giving your mind a full workout in English every day, and that builds fluency faster than anything else. And here's something crucial: belief in yourself. You have the ability to succeed in English. You may not feel ready, and you may doubt yourself sometimes, but every step you take is proof that you are capable. Every small action strengthens your confidence. Think about this. Every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. Every person you admire started at zero, just like you. The difference is they kept going every day without giving up, and that's exactly what you are doing. Lastly, remember that learning English is more than just a skill. It's a way to expand your mind, connect with people around the world, and create opportunities for your future. Every minute you spend learning English is an investment in yourself. Your knowledge grows, your confidence grows, and your possibilities expand. One day, you will look back and realize that all those small efforts, every word learned, every sentence spoken, every mistake corrected, have transformed you into a fluent, confident English speaker, ready to succeed in any situation. So take action today. Speak, write, listen, and read. Make English a daily habit. Celebrate every small victory and don't worry about perfection. Your journey is your own, and every effort counts. You are capable, you are improving, and you will succeed. Keep going, and your English will continue to grow, opening doors you never imagined possible.